Today we're going to talk about the form y equals mx plus b. What that really is just an equation of a line. Now we've learned about all the pieces of this equation of a line. We learned about the slope last week. We learned about y-intercept today. And we've been dealing with xy coordinates for a very long time now. So the first thing we need to know is the actual formula. Again, just like you have to know the formula for a slope, you're going to have to memorize this equation of a line. Y equals mx plus b. Now each of these things we've learned about. What each letter stands for, we've learned about. Let's start with the y. Let's start with the y. Y stands for y coordinate. And the x obviously stands for the x coordinate. Now we know these things. We've used them to graph lines and everything. The idea is no matter what xy number we take, as long as it's on the line, it'll work in this formula. But we'll get back to that in a little bit. The new pieces that we've learned so far this year is m, which if you remember the formula is our slope. Remember, m equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And b, I don't know why they named it b, is going to be our y-intercept. Remember y-intercept? Whoops, I got the R. Remember, the y-intercept is where does the line go through the y-axis. So if here's my little graph, and here's my line, this would be my y-intercept, where the line goes through the y-axis. So let's take a look at some things here. Here I have a line that's graphed nicely for us to figure out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to write down our equation of a line. Y equals mx plus b. Nice job. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to find what b equals and what m equals. So let's start with the easy one, the b, the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is this little red dot right where this plus sign is. And it's actually just plain old 1, positive 1, plus 1. Now we have to figure out our m, our slope. Remember, for slope, we need to find 2 points. So let's see. We can use this point. That's normally a really good point to use. So point 1 can be 0, 1, and we need to find a second point. Well, how about we use this point right here? And that point would be, let's say, point 2 is negative 3, 2. And we write our formula for slope. y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. And we go ahead and we just plug in our numbers. 1 minus 2 over 0 minus negative 3. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. 0 minus negative 3 is 3. And my slope is negative 1, 3. Now it's just a matter of writing it all into this equation nicely. So we keep our y, we don't change the y, equals, instead of x, we're going to put an m, which is negative 1, 3. You can just put the negative in the middle, 1 over 3, x, the x stays the same, and we have positive 1, so plus 1. And this, my friends, is our equation of a line. If you need to rewrite this, if you want to copy this over, feel free to pause it, write down whatever you need to, and then you can start the video up again. Let's look at the next problem. Okay, I'm going to skip this one for now. Yes, this is the one I want to work on. Okay, again, we're going to find this a formula of a line is y equals mx plus b. We need to find our y-intercept and our slope. So let's start with our y-intercept. Y-intercept is right here at that -2 where the red line is. So my b is -2. Whoops, not negative b. -2. And again, I'm writing down the negative. It's very important that I have that negative there. Now I need to find my slope. My slope formula is, first I'm going to do my points, point 1, and I'm going to use the y-intercept again. Don't make life hard for yourself. You have a point. Use it. Point 1 is going to be 0, -2. Remember yesterday we said that all y-intercepts have 0 as their x-coordinate? And then point 2, again, let's go positive this time. Right there. And that would be 5, -4. Okay, I write down my formula. M equals y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Go ahead, plug things in. Y1 is going to be -2 minus -4 over 0 minus 5. Whoops, I don't know what I was writing there. Minus 5. Okay, -2 minus -4 is +2 over 0 minus 5 is -5. So I'm going to go ahead and plug things in. Instead of, I'm going to start with my y equals, instead of m, I'm going to use -2/5. Again, no matter where the negative is, as long as there's one negative, it's negative. If there are two negatives, it's positive. X. Now here my b is negative, so I'm going to write -2. Not plus -2, but just -2. And here's my equation of a line. Not too bad, is it? Great. Again, pause the video if you need, write this down, copy it. If you have questions, write down your questions so you can ask me tomorrow, or feel free to email me tonight and try it. Okay, last problem. Here we go. First thing we're going to do, question 1. What is the equation of a line? Any line. I want to know, what is the formula? What letters do we use? Put them in order. That's question 1. Okay, the answer is going to be y equals mx plus b. Question 2. What is our b? Our b here is going to be 5. Question 3. What is our slope, or m? Remember, m means slope. Again, I don't know why. I do have to look that up for you guys, don't I? I'll go get to that. Okay, here we went ahead and we solved it, and my slope is 7/3. Remember, we leave the slope as it is. And finally, our last question for you, question 4, is what is the equation of this line, the one that's in the graph? Remember, question 1 is any line. Question 4 is of this line. The answer is going to be y equals 7/3 x plus 5. Okay, ladies, we're going to practice this more in class tomorrow. we're going to review it some more, do a lot of practice, and you're going to become experts at this. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Night.